This is Greg from Georgia doing a morning video to recap the first day I had with the 2010 Toyota Camry. Yesterday was interiors. If you watch the first video, you see that I laid out the strategy. Day one interiors, day two will be the wash and clay, day three will be the compounding, and day four will be the polishing. So I'm going to talk today about what I did in the first evening of the car. Luckily I did in the evening when it wasn't as hot because I was inside the car. It was about 6 to 7 hours worth of work. Again, it was a 10-year-old Camry that we'll look at in the inside in a minute. And it was a smoker before, so the goal was to get all the smoke out. So every single surface had to be touched. I took one of the rear floor mats out. I'm going to show you the process that I did. And as of this morning, I just moved the car back behind the shot here, and I smell a little bit of Adam's odor neutralizer. That'll go away soon, but running the air, I did not smell any smoke. So fingers crossed that this process worked. So first thing I did was with the Master Blaster. You're not going to see the Master Blaster because from my previous videos, it's just attached to the wall right there. I blew out the entire car. Tons of, it felt like sandpaper coming off or sandblasting coming off the carpets just because of 10 years of accumulated sand and stuff from there. Less stuff and all the dust that blows off, less stuff that I'll have to wipe off later. So a good effort just to blow all the surfaces out with this high pressure air. That was step one. Step two was the steam cleaning. Got this McCullough steam cleaner here. I used about an entire gallon of distilled water for this one. So that was a lot of steam cleaning. I mostly used just the nozzle tip to go through and hit the actual stains. One thing I learned in this effort was I would assume that most stains needed to be vacuumed off, but no, most stains, once they actually broke up, they needed to be wiped off. So I spent most of my time steam cleaning, wiping to get the spills, some water stains, just the corners where the carpet and the mat. This unfortunately is a light colored interior, and it's all cloth. So that was that was an adventure. The goal on the steam also is to kill whatever's creating the smoke smell. So every single square inch of the interior of this car that was soft got steam cleaned. That does include the headliner. Despite best advice of messing up the adhesive on the headliner, I used 2 towels in the Larry Ammo NYC article, and I used 2 towels and wiped carefully on the headliner. You could really see above the driver's side on the headliner where the smoke had accumulated. That's not there anymore visually. So hopefully that helped attack the smoke smell as well. So again, step 2, steam clean and wipe. Step 3 was a full vacuum of the entire surface to get the moisture out of the steam cleaner, as well as more dust. I probably vacuumed before just to get the dust out, but I definitely steam cleaned and then I vacuumed again. I picked up a lot of the moisture from the steamer as well. They do leave some moisture. After that was all done on the soft surfaces, I felt like I needed more. I couldn't tell if the smell was gone yet. So I don't have any need for upholstery cleaner, so I didn't have any. So I just ran to the Walmart and got the, whatever this is. It's the only choice I had. So I went through a last layer and sprayed this on all the surfaces and wiped it with more cheap microfiber towels. In the end, for the soft surfaces, it is a light interior, it is 10 years old. I felt like it got back to where I wanted it to be. One thing I learned, there are cigarette burns, minor cigarette burns in the car. There's no coming back from that. Other than that, for being a light colored interior, I think it came out great. So that's the soft surfaces. On the hard surfaces, blew all the hard surfaces out with the Master Blaster. Then I came through with the leather interior cleaner from Adams. With the leather interior cleaner, I worked it up with the brush. This happens to be the Adams Pilot brush. with that brush, and then you wipe off what you leave behind that with a wet towel, or a wrung out wet towel. That really brought a lot of dirt off on from the hard surfaces that have probably been there. And this used to be a bright green towel. They've been down there for a while. Then after that, probably multiple passes with that. Then after that, I went through with the leather conditioner, which is just a nice smell and gives a little bit of a finish to the hard surfaces, plastic, vinyl. There is no leather anywhere in this car, but for the hard surfaces, I use that. Places like the rear deck, which is a huge piece of plastic, made a big difference there from sitting in the sun for 10 years for the protection you get from that. Then after I had to come behind myself after that and clean all the interior glass. When we do the tour today, you'll see the interior glass. You won't see the interior glass is clean because I have not cleaned the exterior of the car. That's day 2 attack. So you won't be able to tell really the impact on cleaning the interior of the glass until the car itself is washed. So that's that. Looking at the stuff I have out here. So the leather conditioner went on with the pad. Lastly, before I get to this part, a tip on the Adams forums, which I just didn't think about and it makes perfect sense, is I replace the air cabin filter. Again, I'm trying to get rid of the smoke. So the air cabin filter is where it lives. So ran up to Advanced Auto Parts, in stock. They had the air cabin filter, popped the glove box down, put the air cabin filter in, and that was it. And then lastly, got in the car, cranked up the AC, put it in recirculate, sprayed every single surface of the car with this odor neutralizer. And then I sprayed up as Adams recommends, up where the intake is and underneath the passenger well. And I let that sit and run in the car for about 15 minutes on max AC. That was how I ended the night. Went in this morning to move it, and I did not smell smoke. So I am thrilled about that. So that's day 1. As I said, day 2, hopefully, this should have been the hardest day. Day 2, or tonight, will be the easiest night, and that's going to be the strip wash and claying. I'm going to clay everything. I'm going to clay the glass, exterior glass. I'm going to clay the headlights, obviously clay all the paint. I'm going to take the hubcaps off, see how good the steel wheels come out clean, and see how that goes. So now I'm going to give you a tour of the inside of the car of how I finished day 1. Okay, here's the interior. I'm sitting in the back seat. Here's obviously the driver's side. There are no dents, dings, any weird thing in the front, so the front looks great. Upholstery looks great. So many years of debris on the center console removed. And as I sit in here, I smell some of the Adams odor neutralizer that'll go away, but I do not smell smoke. Here on the overhead, that was a very light colored headliner. That side color was very discolored with smoke. That's all gone, thanks to the McCullough steamer. I'm hoping that was the primary source of the smoke smell. But like I said, every single soft surface in here has been addressed to remove smoke, as well as all the hard surfaces from the methods I just showed you. Well, that's day 1. Thanks for watching, and I'll check in tomorrow morning with how the wash went.